All right, going over a little bit of data. Again, this is a younger athlete here, so be aware of that. And one thing we're really paying attention to is the spin efficiency. So this SE number right here, let me make this a little darker. The SE number that we're seeing right there. So what we want to pay attention to is how we're spinning the ball off our hands. And the main focus for this player here, he's doing a great job of really creating separation with his when it comes to fastball and his changeup over here. So we're not worried about those because he's spinning those balls great. When he first started off, this is a left-hander. He had a little bit of cut where that pitch was actually moving this way, and it wasn't good usable cut is what I would say. So we've done a good job of adjusting that grip on the fastball. The changeup, he's got good movement difference off those two pitches there. So again, we're not paying attention to that, but what we're going to pay attention to is this slider and this curveball. So what we're seeing here is on the slider is when his wrist position is just a little bit off. When he's right, the curveball is we're getting that really good difference off of those pitch movements. And the big thing is we want to create good movement off fastball versus everything else, because even if we're only throwing 50% fastballs at the big league level, whatever it may be, we're still throwing a majority of our pitches as fastballs. So we want to create as much separation off that as we can. So when it comes to it, a good slider, I don't care what level you're at, we want to base everything off those averages of what the next level entails, because that's how we keep building towards what that goal is, right? Whether your goal is to be a good high school player, good big league or whatever it is, we want to have that higher standard for ourselves. So a good slider is going to have way more movement coming over in this direction. And when you're looking at this player's arm slot, he's not really a guy that's going to have a slider, even though he's putting that good spin. It's a 30% spin efficiency. Spin the ball just fine for age. But we want to create more movement. And what we're seeing is we're not really sacrificing that much velocity to get way more movement on that plot. So spin efficiency, spin direction, all really big aspects of creating how the ball moves. This is just kind of a brief overview. But I know the last time we had you out overthrowing the bullpen, we for whatever reason it wasn't registering some of those changeups, but we were able just to tag them the way they needed to be, and we're seeing that good movement off the fastball. We're creating that good action, glove side and depth off of the fastball, and then when we throw that slider there, we can throw the slider, but it needs to be more in that like 10 plus inches of movement, and we're just not quite there. But when we're throwing the breaking ball, the curveball, we're way better on that. Again, it's a little more slurvy than it is curvy, but again, we're going to call that a power curveball just to have that mindset. Again, the way that we're going to phrase things in our mind is going to be extremely important for how it is we want those things to project. So again, this isn't an all-encompassing view. This is just a quick summary, but overall, big thumbs up here on the fastball. The two seam, those were both four seams. They just kind of registered a little different based on how they moved, but the same pitch. Changeup, great work there. Slider is the one we kind of want to scrap ourselves away from and focus a lot more on this curveball for right now. And again, if you can throw this pitch here for a strike in the zone at any count, you're going to be a pretty tough guy to hit. You're already doing very well on that fastball changeup combo, and now you're ready to start focusing a little bit more on that curveball development. Overall, keep up the great work.